speaking with military retirees, going through the process and things that you can look out for and be sure to avoid so that you are getting something better than benefits and increasing your odds in your post-military life. The first ugly truth is that nothing is for free, or there's no such thing as a free lunch. I'm sure you've heard many aspects of it before, but while we appreciate the veterans discounts out there, again, we got to start thinking about how much are these benefits actually worth? And is the mindset of expecting things to just be free actually holding us back? Not because we have an ego and we expect to be for free, but literally because we're just not paying attention, not recognizing where it's like, if I stop waiting for something and take some extra action, make some movement, maybe the free thing actually was costing me something in the end because it is always going to cost you one way or the other in the form of opportunity cost. The almost too obvious mistake that military retirees make is following the masses to go for the cookie cutter approach, just like everybody else. When you're getting the free advice on the resume, the free advice on the LinkedIn, and not that you shouldn't take it, not that you can't glean something from it, but you're not going to stand out. Not only maybe should you not be getting only free advice on the standard things, maybe you should be looking completely outside the box and doing things completely different, figuring out where could you invest your time, your talents, or your treasure. When I talk about investing your human capital, it doesn't always have to be money, but thinking about making everything a reinvestment rather than, hey, what do I get for free just because I serve, because I'm retired from the military? Take what's yours, but also realize that some of the free stuff might be an opportunity cost simply because you're just unaware that you could be looking for another alternative. Unfortunately, that's what happens with a lot of military benefits. The assumption is that since it seems like it's free, that it's good. Free is relative, of course. When you can actually put some dollar signs on it or a time frame on it, then you can actually decide whether or not it would be more beneficial for you. So rather than assuming a free thing is always good or just walking blindly into a free opportunity or something that seems like a benefit, free is a broad term in the post-military world, but just recognizing there's always going to be an opportunity cost. If we're thinking more about privatization and moving forward, we stop waiting for another benefit that might not be benefiting us. So there's a way to do it better than benefits. We want to think about that. So that's how we address the first ugly truth, that nothing is for free. The next ugly truth is that you're exhausted. Your spouse is exhausted. Your family's exhausted from your day-to-day job, for many years of deployments and serving. You're ready to go. You've earned it. You're looking forward to it. But now you've got to go through yet a whole nother process. It's stressful. It's creating more exhaustion. And then that exhaustion is going to make you susceptible for what is the next ugly truth and the most important one of all. Life is not fair. Another way of putting it is there are no rules. Military life, while it's a little bureaucratic, there's so much structure. We can't see the forest through the trees, right? We get so blinded by the level of bureaucracy that we don't realize, well, that of course all exists out in the post-military space. It's not one entity. It's everywhere. It's chaos. And so you're going to be put on somebody else's agenda in all those aspects of life. If we're not actively building systems to privatize our own life, you lose the flexibility and control that is the opportunity of post-military life. That's the whole point of you getting out when you are to earn that pension, so you can gain control back of your time or work your way towards it. And that fact, combined with the first two ugly truths, your exhaustion and the fact that nothing is free, can make you susceptible not to getting scammed or taken advantage of. You're going to be taken care of. There's so many great opportunities. What it's going to make you susceptible for is not giving yourself the chance to pursue the opportunities, to be flexible, position your assets and your time, to try something out, to be curious. Rather feel comfortable with, okay, I got my new job. I know where to show up. I know what uniform I'm supposed to be in. Start hanging out there for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And then always wondering if that's what you really wanted to do. And maybe that is what ends up happening and it's going to work out well for you financially. That's the part we do know. What we're trying to do is see if we can reposition your assets, reposition, your talents, figure out, hey, when the time is right, is there some sort of move you can make either financially or with a new job opportunity that you wouldn't have otherwise done because you were feeling safe and secure on that traditional path, planning for 30 years from now, getting a new identity that has to do with a paycheck, waiting till age 65. If that doesn't sound like you and you want to play more of a catch up approach, to have more of a 5 to 10 year strategy to become more privatized, gain more flexibility and control of your post-military life, then that's what we want to do for you at US Vet Wealth, because it's really about increasing your odds so you don't get stuck behind with everybody being cautious and having paralysis by analysis about all the new decisions. Got it. It's going to be tough, but there's easier ways to think about these decisions and they can work out in your favor, especially as high income earner. You're just in a completely different situation. Might as well start dealing with it. We look forward to helping you do that. If you haven't done so already, schedule a discovery call with me or one of my colleagues, and we will get you started on the path to a more independent post-military life. Thanks again for watching this video. If you'd like to see more lessons such as this and a number of articles on topics around survivor benefit plan, thrift savings plan, I'd like to invite you to our new military retirement blueprint. You can get access in the link below, and we'll see you inside the new portal.